when people say that they're spiritual and shit, and I'm not saying that they're not, but they don't realize that they're still working from an ego. And if you're sitting there and you're judging someone else's spiritual experience and what they're doing in their life, you need to go back and do some more introspection, because really you're just we're all mirrors to each other, okay? You see a problem in someone else, usually it's because it's something within yourself that bothers you. Then you got to heal that shit, man. And like, I've learned that with this spiritual journey. Like, don't be on that toxic spiritual shit. Like, don't be on that toxic shit and be like, oh, well, my ego's dead, but then sit there and like judge me or judge another person for their journey and what they're doing on their journey. It's about you, my dude. It's about healing yourself. And like, that's what I've learned, you know? I used to care so much about what people thought of me. I used to care like about them seeing that I was a good person. Then I realized one day, man, like, the right people are going to see me as me. They're going to see the authentic person that I am. And I'm not saying the people that don't like me don't see it. They probably do. But like, also, they have a version of me in their head. And I've said it once, I've said it twice, I'll say it a million fucking times. Your perception of me is not my fucking responsibility. And once I learned that, once I unlocked that truth, my dude, that's when shit started taking off. And not even that, but like, also the ego. Like, you know, success isn't defined by materialistic things, isn't defined by how many followers you have, or like how many people you've taught or brought up, you know, how much you've done for people. I don't keep tabs of what I do for people. I just do it out of the love of my heart, man. And I stopped comparing myself to others because it just didn't get me anywhere. It just got me not posting my content, not making my music, not making my art, feeling shitty and sorry for myself when I really should just get off my own ass, stop comparing myself, and just do the damn thing for myself. And like, you know, it's just, you gotta evict that fear mindset, that lack mindset, and realize that it's about the present moment. And like, that's so easy to say, and it's a hard thing to start to grasp and just like sit, because we're taught and conditioned to like worry so much about our future, and also to like overthink everything and how people view us and blah blah blah. That's all ego, man. Your higher self tells you exactly what you need to do when you need to do it. That's why we have gut instincts. That's why we have gut feelings, man. That's why when you do something that you love, that you're passionate about, you feel it. You feel good. It's not about the success that comes with it. Obviously, that's great. You know, obviously I want a platform to help people and to teach people these things that I've learned. But you gotta realize, even sometimes we play the victim. And, you know, that's why I've cut out alcohol recently. Because, like, I've realized that, like, when I drink, like, that's when I'm talking my most shit. When I'm talking, like, oh, I'm the fucking best and blah, blah, blah. Like, obviously, yes, it's taken me years to get to this point where I love myself and I fully believe in myself. And I believe in my ability to to do everything that I'm doing. But, like, I don't need to sit there. That's the ego talking, my dude. And, like, you know, alcohol, like I said on Facebook, I mean, it makes sense. Put holes in your auric field, man. And, like, that's when I start doing dumb shit, is when I'm, like, under the influence of fucking alcohol. And you know what? If it's going to affect my spiritual journey and my spiritual progress and my progress in myself and my healing, then we can cut it out. I don't need it. I need to be a better person for myself. The main point of this is, what we need to learn is that we're humans having a human experience. Everything happens for us, not to us. And it's how we learn these lessons and we heal. So either it's a choice, you know, like the Matrix, like you can just go back to your everyday life, you know, and it was all just a dream. Or you can continue living the dream, and you can continue healing and working on yourself and becoming better and like learning. You know, the work is never done. And you have to accept that. I just think that people get so wrapped up on either the little details or the big picture that they don't stop to look at what's in front of them. And I say this shit because, like, you know, I gotta follow my own advice. And, like, I sit here and I talk about this shit because it helps. That's what I was gonna say. A healer's job is not to heal anyone else, but to heal themselves and inspire others to do the same in the process. People's issues is they get stuck in a single version of themselves. They get stuck in a place that they once were because that's all that they knew. They had to get into survival to survive. But then when you grow past that and you move into a new situation, you move into a new chapter, you have to show up with a new attitude. You have to show up with a new mindset. Listen. And listen, man. Coming from me, I'm a fucking Leo. Like, I have a hard time listening. Like, I do things on my own. I'm independent. But you gotta listen, and I don't just mean to, listening to other people. I mean listening to your higher self. Listening to that greater power. Like your gut feelings, man. What I'm saying is if you work from the love in your heart and you're following what makes you feel good and also doing good and like doing what you love, then everything else will just fall into place. As long as you're following your soul and your heart and following the love in your heart, then you're good, man. Paying attention. That's what it's all about. It's not about who's better than you. It's not about who's doing more than you. It's about you, boo. At the end of the day, okay? Your soul is stardust and like that's all you got. But that's everything. We are just, each of us is just one viewpoint of the universe, Just one perspective point. Widen your perspective. Open your third eye. Align your chakras. Do the healing work. Do the shadow work. Face your darkest selves. And I promise you'll see the light. Bless.